to our October mixer. Glad you could join us. We're going to have a virtual trick or treat around town. And I want to thank Yana, who put this together. Yana, give everybody a wave. I'd also like to introduce Don Wilson, our membership director. And I think Susie Weiss is on the call. I can't see all the faces yet, so I apologize. And what I'd like to do next is introduce the chair of our board, Randy Brown.
Thank you, Steve. I'm super excited today that we're here going to experience some trick-or-treating. I was thinking it was going to be a lost cause, but leave it to the Chamber of Commerce to come up with a way to do some trick-or-treating, virtual trick-or-treating around the town. So I'd like to bring Dawn back. You've already introduced her, but let's bring her out. She's going to introduce our new members, and I want to thank them especially for joining the Chamber in these tough times. And I know we're doing everything we can to provide as much content and value as we can for you guys. So thank you guys for joining us and sticking with us. Dawn, take it away.
Yay, thanks, Randy. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining our third virtual mixer now. So as always, it's my privilege to introduce the new members, and I would just like to say what Randy said as well. We always appreciate our members and their support, but during these times, it means so much more, and we really thank you for putting your trust and confidence in the Chamber. So the first person that's going to introduce themselves is going to be Pamela. Are you out there, Pamela? You may be, there you go.
Muted.
Hit your mute, Pamela. Pamela, you're muted up in the top, the right-hand corner.
See if I can
Do you see it?
fix this for you.
You can't do it, can you, Yana?
I'm looking to see if I can fix this for her. So maybe Dawn, you want
So why don't we give her a second and I'll go on to Lourdes. Is that okay?
Let's see if she can hear us. Can we hear you now?
Pam?
Pam, can you talk? I mean, talk.
No.
She's muted again.
She's muted. Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to Lourdes and then we'll come back to Pamela. I'm going to give you a call, Pamela. We'll get you in. Oh, Lourdes, you're muted too.
It's not, though.
It's not?
It's not. Now she is, but it's just there's no sound. She's there. She's off. Can't hear her. We're having technical difficulties.
That's weird. So they don't show muted, huh?
Now they're not.
Maybe suggest that they log back in, Dawn, like I had to do.
Let's see, Lourdes, can we hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there you
Now
are.
we can.
There you go.
All right.
Okay,
There we go.
Good. I don't know. You have to like unmute and then unmute again. It's weird.
Okay, Pam can try that while we're doing this. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so hello, everybody. My name is Lourdes Ramos, and I represent LTD Global, located in Pleasanton, California. And we were a previous member, so maybe some of you know us. I haven't been with the company very long, so but I have heard that we were with the Commerce for quite a while. So anyway, we are a back office services type company, and we are also, by the way, an Inc. 5000 and a San Francisco Business Times Fast 100 company. And for almost 20 years now, we've been specializing in small business, medium-sized business, nonprofits, government agencies, managing all their accounting and administrative tasks by way of virtual services and cloud-based type solutions like QuickBooks, Bamboo HR, and Bill.com. So for example, if you need to cut costs in your business, but you're lacking the type of financial information that you need in order to make a sound decision, our accounting experts can handle your bookkeeping, your administrative services, all of that, and also be able to provide you with real-time reporting and everything that is accessible to you right when you need it. And if you're having trouble finding candidates and need to reduce your turnover ratio, our HR and recruitment professionals will search, interview, recruit, onboard the most qualified talent in the field. And then if you want to prevent, some of the types of interruptions that cause, a lot of the non-productive tasks and focus more on the core of your business, we handle your day-to-day busy work. And we do all the heavy lifting for you with a lot of flexibility and time, and everything can also be tailored to your specific needs. So if you needed somebody for a couple of hours, that's something that we can provide. Or if you needed something a little bit more, more time to take care of your business. So if you would like to know more, please contact me and I'll arrange a Zoom call for just a brief presentation, ask you a few questions and see if there's, some solutions or something that we can provide that are tailored to your specific needs. And then hopefully, develop, relationship from there. So thank you all for your time and your consideration.
Perfect, Lourdes. Thank you so much. Pamela, should we come back to you and see if it's working? Lourdes had to hit it twice.
Yeah.
Is she talking?
We can't hear you, Pam.
Right
Sorry.
again.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump and then we'll come back. So Ben from the SMBX.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can.
Woo. It may be related, just FYI, to the number of people who can be on mute. So if everybody else goes on to mute, it lets somebody else come off. Just FYI, we've had that.
Okay, thanks.
It not be it. I don't really know technology.
Okay.
That's not why I'm here. So I'm here from SMBX. Quick introduction about us. We're making small business investing super easy for both business owners and for the community. Think about the tools available to bring private investment into your business as a business owner today. It's mostly on the equity side. Somebody has to have a lot of money to invest in your business. You have to have them on your cap table. You have to have equity. It's all this complicated mumbo jumbo process for you to be able to bring investment into your business. What SMBX does is we set up what's called a small business bond that's offered by your business to folks. People can purchase that bond just like you'd purchase a bond in a financial market. And then you as a business owner pay back principal plus interest every month to the people who have bought those bonds. So it works very similar to a fixed term loan. Small business wants to raise $100,000. We work with you to file all the paperwork with the SEC to issue bonds. We work with you on a marketing plan in the community. We launch your campaign, much like a Kickstarter or GoFundMe. Everybody puts money into an escrow account. And then when that money is hits your fundraise limit, you raise $100,000, you raise $200,000. We transfer that money to your bank account, and then you make monthly payments every month, just like you would a bank loan, except instead of that money going to a bank, no offense to the banks on the call, that money goes to your community. So it's this awesome way to engage members, right? They're able to invest in small businesses, but then get, their money back. We've seen a lot of great traction. We just worked with Uji Time, which is a local Pleasanton business. They raised $87,000 to launch their hard ice cream line, since they found out during the pandemic, soft serve doesn't deliver very well. So they are working to launch their hard ice cream. And that's a bit about us. Always happy to chat. I jumped the gun way too early and put our email or our website up there. But I'll put my contact info in case anybody wants to chat. Thanks.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much. And investing locally, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, so we'll get back to Pamela, but let's go ahead and go to Q Technology. Samuel Lee, are you out there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good. Excellent. I just unmuted that. So it's actually it's a left on the bottom on my screen. I don't know whether she's having a difficulty.
Oh, okay. Good. She can check down there then. Thank you.
All right. Well, we've been in the business for 27 years. We primarily do grocery lighting, LED lighting, and we also do some warehouse lighting. And recently, since COVID-19, we came up with the COVID-19 mask and the temperature scanner. So that's all, I look at it, and there is some product out there in the marketplace, but we tried some, it didn't work. So we decided this is time to make things work. So we are just about to launch that right now as we speak.
Perfect.
So
That's
Yeah.
what we call
Yeah.
pivoting, huh?
Yeah, we are very excited.
Very good. Thank you, Samuel, for being a part of it. And now we'll jump over to Sean from Old Glory Insurance Services.
Thank you. I'm Sean Haney with Old Glory. Company's about a decade old. We focus in small to medium-sized mom and pop businesses, 2 employees up to, I partner with McGriff too, so we have 2 employees all the way up to 10,000. I don't really have any 10,000s. I just say that because it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But my office is in San Jose, like I said, but I do most of my business in the Pleasanton area. I belong to a B&I chapter in Pleasanton, and I figured I've been doing so much business there and taking, it's time to get involved. So thank you guys so much for having me, and I look forward to having a great working relationship with all of you guys.
Thank you, Sean, very much. Okay, Pamela, should we shoot over and give you one more try? Anything, Yana?
I don't hear.
Okay, we'll figure out what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Randy and Steve.
Got a lot of interest, but
What's that? Okay, so let's get this trick or treat started. Steve, have you heard about Pleasanton's haunted history? What a better place to hear about it than going down to the museum on Main and meeting with Jim. Jim, trick or treat.
Thanks, Randy. Thank you so much. So a couple of things. One of the things we're well known for, particularly in the Leadership Pleasanton program, is by doing something, one of the programs we do to kick off the year is do something called Fact and Craft, where we actually talk to the participants in the class and give them a little bit of a history lesson by asking them some true or false questions, hence the fact or craft. So I'm going to do a couple of those today to sort of get the mood started here. We're not using the ones used during leadership. We're using some others that are a little bit more Halloween related. So tarantulas used to be a huge problem in downtown Pleasanton. Fact or craft?
Crap.
Actually, it's a fact.
Really?
I remember as a little girl seeing tarantulas crawling on our windows. So I was I was too quick to say, to unmute myself, but yeah, I remember that as a little girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are actually several news stories in the late 1890s and around the turn of the century where they are really a problem. And actually, the articles about hiring people to get rid of them. There were so many. All right, next one. The ghost that appears in the windows of gay 90s is known as the woman in red. Fact or crap? Connor, you can't say.
Fact.
It's actually crap.
Oh, crap.
It's the woman in blue.
Blue.
Woman in blue. A little tricky there. So embalming used to happen at the livery stable located on Main Street, where Prim Pop used to be located. So at the corner of Main and Division, across from Co-America. So embalming used to happen at that livery station. Fact or crap?
Fact.
Fact.
It's actually a fact. Livery stables in many, many cities, not just Pleasanton, often served as also the undertakers. And so our first mortuary in Pleasanton was actually right behind that building at the corner of Division and Railroad. That was our first mortuary back there. All right. Phoebe Hearst died in her house when it burnt down. Fact or crap?
Crap.
Crap.
Good guys. It is indeed crap. Her house burned down in 1969, so she was not around by then. But she did die in 1919, and she was a victim of the pandemic in 1919. So Phoebe didn't wear a mask. So there she went. All right. So when you go into the tunnels, you can still host. When you go into the tunnels, you can still hear ghosts speaking Mandarin. Fact or crap?
Crap.
Crap.
Crap. There are no tunnels. Much to the chagrin of everyone out there who keeps coming and asking where the tunnels are, there actually has no evidence at this point that there were any tunnels running under Pleasanton. There were a couple maybe going from one building to another, but this labyrinth of elaborate tunnels that people think existed under Pleasanton never happened. Never happened. All right, Connor, you can't play on this one either. Pizza boxes have flown off the shelves in the basement of J90s during Ghost Walk.
Fact.
Fact.
It indeed is a fact. It's happened.
Oh,
Happened twice. Ghosts don't like us coming down to the basement. And for my last factor crap, a face and a globe have appeared in pictures taken at McKay's tap room upstairs during Ghost Walk. Fact or crap?
Crap.
Fact.
It's fact. It's happened again twice where
wow.
people aren't. So when you go on Ghost Walk, I'm going to get back to actually walking it in person.
Thank you. Thanks.
A good thing to do would be to bring your camera, your iPhone or your Android, and take pictures as you go through, because you never know what's going to appear in those pictures afterwards. So sort of as we've kind of mentioned, we're doing Ghost Walk virtual this year. Normally it's become now a Pleasanton Halloween tradition. This will be our 14th year of doing it. This year we're having to go virtual. We at one point thought we weren't going to do it at all, and we just decided no, we have to do this. So it's going virtual. It's going to be on October 16th, 17th, 23rd, 24th, and this year we're able to do it actually on Halloween. Most people probably won't be out trick-or-treating, and so there's something else you can do on Halloween this year. It's $15. All of those programs are at 7 o'clock at night. And with that $15, you get a booklet called Ghostly Offerings. And in here, we have recipes for food that you can make to have a little social bubble party. There are cocktails in there and mocktails if you don't use alcohol. And then some Halloween trivia, and then a little bit of history about Ghost Walk and how things go. So it's actually quite fun. Again, this year, we're doing something a little bit different. In some ways, this pandemic has been, I don't say necessarily good for us, but it has caused us to think a little bit more outside the box. And so on November 7th, we're actually doing a paranormal event. So we're bringing in ghost hunters, and they are going to visit, or actually already have visited, 5 locations throughout downtown. And they are going to show us how they do their ghost hunting. And while I know he's on here, I want to thank Connor for letting us be at Gay 90s at an awful hour of the day so that they could actually do some ghost hunting. So Connor has always been amazing and supportive of the museum and its Ghost Walk. Lots of ghosts live at Gay 90s, and he'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. So one of the other cool things about the Ghost Walk this year is we're using professional actors to be our ghosts. We wanted to do something to help actors who are, a lot of them are out of work because the theaters are all closed. So this gave us an opportunity to use 8 different actors to do the actual thing. So that's Ghost Walk. I hope that you'll participate this year. We would love to have you. One of the other pieces of really, really good news is that we have been closed since mid-March, and we are going to reopen on October 20th. We have finally gotten the green light from Alameda County, and so finally we'll be able to open our doors again to folks in Pleasanton.
Yay, good deal.
Yay. So the exhibit that we're going to have when we reopen is the one that's behind me. It's called How We Have Learned, and it's about going to school in the Pleasanton Unified School District the last 98 years. And so it's a really cool exhibit. We've been able to pull things together from most elementary schools, both high schools, from the district offices, and create this exhibit that talks about what it was like to go to school in Pleasanton and how that's changed over the years. So I hope you come down and visit us after we get reopened on October 20th. The exhibit, that school exhibit, will be there until the middle of November. So that's a quick deal of what's happening downtown at the museum. And I can tell you the staff is absolutely thrilled that we're getting back open.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jim.
Well done, Jim. I look forward to seeing all the ghosts that are guaranteed this time, right?
Yeah,
Since it's
that's right. I heard that.
Guaranteed.
I heard the guarantee.
guaranteed, right? Okay.
Yep,
Well,
absolutely.
Randy, we have just a great visit at the Museum of Maine. Where are we headed next?
Well, Steve, I'm starving. So why don't we get some food before we get too far into this? And I love pizza. So and since we're talking about famous spots and famous haunted spots, why don't we run over to Gay 90s Pizza and see if we can catch the woman in blue that Jim was just talking about.
Hey there. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Connor.
How you doing? So I'm Connor. Welcome to Gay 90s Pizza and Pasta Company. I'm the general manager here at Gay 90s, and thanks for having me, everybody. I hope everybody's healthy and staying safe. So, also, really want to thank everybody for all of your support during this time. COVID has been just absolutely crazy, and it's hurt a lot of businesses, and we are very fortunate and grateful to have the customer base and the support of everybody in town for all these years, and it really has helped keep us here and keep our doors open, so thank you. So I'm sure many of you have been here before, but for those of you who haven't, I'll tell you a little bit about us and what we do here. Excuse me, there's a button on my keyboard there. So we've been open since 1959, and the building was built in 1864. It's one of the oldest buildings in Pleasanton. We just celebrated our 60th anniversary last year, which is really cool. Yeah, so thanks to everybody who made that happen. And when we first started, though, years ago, I mean, I wasn't here, of course, right? I've been here 15 years myself, but when we first started, we just served one pizza at a time. You know, we made one pizza at a time in a little tiny oven and served spaghetti. You know, and since then, we definitely have grown quite a bit. Our menu now includes a variety of different salads, big monster salads, sandwiches, Italian pasta, and of course our famous sourdough specialty pizzas. Traditionally, our pizza crust is like a thicker crust, but for those who like a thin crust, we can make a thin crust for you, or even for those crust lovers, we can make a big, like almost like a loaf of bread with pizza stuff on top of it. It's actually kind of heavy to it, you know, it's got weight there. So for those crust lovers. We're open 7 days a week. We have a couple specials. One of them is for lunch. Our lunch special is any baby pizza. Comes with a salad or soup. That's every day, 7 days a week, from 11 to 3. And we know that if you're on a lunch break and you work across town, sometimes you don't have a lot of time for lunch break. So you can always, you know, we can always call in and we can have it ready for you when you get here, so you're not rushed and trying to hurry up and, you know, get out of here. So that's always a great option. Let's see here. For dinner, we also have a nice early bird special. We try to beat the crowd. For those of you who have been here on a Friday, Saturday, you know, in prime time, the line can get a little bit crazy. The wait time can get up to 45 minutes for a table. It's a crowd at the front there. And it's always best to try and come a little bit earlier. So from 4 to 6, we have a special that is a large 2-topping pizza and a pitcher of soda for $30. That serves 4 or 5 adults. That's always a good option to come and beat the crowd. I know I had mentioned to Yana earlier about some ghost things that have happened, and that was fun. The other day was at Jim. That was fun the other day when we did the inspection, the ghost investigation with the people. That's, I think, my 5th investigation now that I've done, and we are here until the wee hours of the morning. Absolutely, I'd be here till 5 o'clock in the morning before with these little sensors and stuff. So I'm going to show you guys actually one of the, it's an actual tangible thing you can see that, you know, most of the time when things happen, you're here by yourself, or, you know, you're just telling somebody. It's very, very seldom that you're here with somebody and they both see it together. So, you know, this is something. I'm in the ladies' room right now. So this picture here on the wall. So you can see it's a kind of a spooky picture already, right? If you're in the restroom, this little girl, it looks like she's in trouble, like staring at you. And people over the years have said that they have, like, what is with that picture on the wall? What is with that? Like, I have a, or my mother, she said, I have a connection with this picture, like she's speaking to me or something. So anyways, the crazy part is, if you look real close, she's crying now. And about 2 years ago, this girl was not crying. And so, I mean, the first thing you do when something like that happens is you try and debunk it, right? You think, well, did somebody go in there? Are they playing a trick on us? Did they take an eraser to the thing, or somebody put a watermark on there? And next time you guys come, you know, feel free to pop in there and take a look for any damage. It's absolutely crazy that one day she just started crying. So that's those happenings. Let's go here before we go here. I want to show you guys a couple of things here. So the summertime, we have a really nice patio.
You freezing on us?
He went outside, I think.
Yeah, are we
And with
frozen
COVID,
maybe?
you know, before we could sit about 100 people out here. Can you hear me still? Here. That's okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
There you are.
we go.
Now you're back. Yeah.
So I can't take you outside because my internet connection is not very good. But we have a big patio outside, so if the summertime comes around and you guys want to have parties, we do everything from baby showers, birthday parties, wedding rehearsals. We even had weddings out there actually, which is great. I mean, you name it, we've done it. So I appreciate you guys for having me on, and thank you so much, and I hope to see some of you soon.
So Connor, when you've been there by yourself, what's the weirdest thing that's happened?
Well, the first thing that happened to me was I was probably at this point 2 years into managing. I just had my 10-year anniversary as general manager. So, by the way, I was probably 2 years in, and it was about 11:30. I was closing the basement door, and as soon as I latched it closed and turned around, I heard bang, 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 bang inside the basement. That was the first thing. That was the first, like, loud, you know, like I said, you try and debunk it. It took about a half a second for me to realize the door just banged from the inside. You know, I thought, did I kick something? Did I drop something or what? And there was a banging on the door.
Oh, man.
The next crazy thing was when I moved upstairs. I lived upstairs for about 4 years, like 3 years ago. And when I first moved up there, I showed my mom the place. I said, Mom, come check it out. What do you think? And she's looking, she says, Connor, you've been here a week and a half, and you still have boxes to unpack. I said, I know, Mom, I'm busy. I'll get to it. And right as I'm telling her this, there's a 1 by 1 foot, 5-tier shelf unit that I had put on a table in the corner just out of the way while I'm unpacking. And right as she tells me that to finish and clean up my stuff, this shelf comes crashing in between us. Then we both just looked at each other. It was actually cool. It wasn't spooky. We didn't run. We both looked at each other. The hair stands up and you go, you saw that, right? I'm not crazy on that. You just like, I mean, it's to a point where it's cool. You know, it's spooky in the beginning, but now we look for it. Now we welcome it. Like, bring it on. You know, what's gonna happen next? Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, right on, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Connor.
Great job, Connor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Randy, thanks for taking us to that wonderful place for pizza. So now you're going to be taking us somewhere else, Randy, right?
Well, you know, Steve, I've got a great idea. Rumor has it that the Pleasanton Young Professionals are out hanging out around the Pirates of Emerson, and it's Pleasanton's first drive-through haunted house experience. Let's go check them out.
Sounds
Hi
good.
there, guys.
All right.
I'm AJ. We have Jeremy and Shelby. We're down here at Pirates Emerson with the Vice President of Operations, Brian Fields, and we're going to show around and tell you about everything going on around here.
All right. Can we switch it? This is Brian.
Hello.
And what are we in front of right now?
This is a Victorian house that we built for the Pirates a few years back, but we've changed it around and used it for this year in our new drive-through experience. Yeah. Really.
Very, very nice. So how did Pirates of Emerson come about? And when did you start it?
Well, this is our 29th year of doing this. We started it in our backyard on Emerson Street in Fremont.
Okay.
The Pirates of Emerson, you know, we had so much pirate stuff that every year we kept going and going, and we just added more to it, and it had to be that theme. It was actually a canned food. I could get in, and we donated all the food to the Tri-City Homeless Shelter. And yeah, we did that about 7 years, I guess. 7 years we did that. And in our last year of doing that, we were told by the city that we can't do it anymore. It's too big, too many people. We were running extension cords over the fence to get more power. You know, one guy's job was literally to pump the keg and hit the breakers. That was his job while we were there. So it's it actually is turned into quite the event now. You know, here we are 29 years later.
Yeah.
How's it working this year? Is it because it's obviously different this year?
Well, it's a lot different. My mom and dad, Patty and Carl Fields, what yard we started this in, you know, are a huge part of this and still are a huge part of this. But we all, the three of us, sat down as a family and thought about what we can do. We were given the same restrictions as everybody else, that we weren't going to be able to open this year, you know, and with guidelines of letting a few people in, it wasn't going to financially make sense. So we had to come up with some other ideas, and a drive-through just made sense. I looked online and I couldn't find anything else. There was somebody in Japan that had a drive-through thing, but it was nothing like this, or, you know, it was like different.
Further away.
Yeah. So, you know, we just kind of made something up off the fly, what we had on hand.
Awesome. So walk us through how to book an appointment, or can you just walk in?
No. So, okay, years in the past, you've been able to just show up at the door at the Pirates and buy a ticket. But this year, we're limited on the amount of cars we can put through and the amount of time we're open, you know. So tickets are limited, and you have to go online, sign up online, get your ticket. Everything is online this year. So tickets sell out every night as well. So you got to make sure you get out there and get them early.
Yeah.
So
it's been very busy. I know you said that you're sold out this next Saturday, but what are some other openings?
Yeah, well, all nights are open. You got to go in and find what's open and what's still available. But definitely nights are selling out on us. You know, last weekend was. So it's, you know, you got to get in there and get them early, because if you get here thinking you're going to buy a ticket and it's sold out, it's very disappointing to a lot of people. You know, we've had that happen already. So like I said, in years in the past, that's how it's been. But with new restrictions, you know, everything's online. No handling of money, no handling of credit cards. I guess saying earlier, some of the COVID restrictions on us, you know, we were going to have to take and do everybody's temperatures that came through the door. We were going to have to give 10 feet in between groups of people that were coming in, 4 people in, 4 people out kind of thing. And it was just not going to do. So this year we've changed that up by putting everybody in cars, but also our employees are all in separated trailers, and we've actually socially distanced those trailers from each other. So there's only like 8 people per trailer, and they all have their own break rooms. We have a person that's just a COVID person that walks around and does COVID cleaning, and that's all they do all night long, is clean the tables and clean the toilets and clean the restrooms, or clean the costume rooms, and just make it clean and safe for everybody, because we want everybody to be safe here this year, you know, including our employees as well as everybody that visits. And I think we've been doing a really good job at it.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done a fantastic job of keeping to the guidelines, making sure everyone's safe. And now I'm thinking, you've done an amazing job at setting this up, because it's daylight out right now and it's still scary. It's still scary out here, you guys. Do you have a favorite part of the park? Or a favorite scene that
not anything in particular. Pirates has always, you know, been what I love. You know, that's where we started with Pirates. So I've always loved our Pirates. And you actually drive through a pirate ship while you're here, and past 50-foot balls of fire that blow off the top of our pirate ship. But no, I like it all. What we were last year, we were 5 acres last year. Now we take up 10 acres here at the fairgrounds. So we've almost doubled in size in order to do enough to get the cars through, right? But we really didn't purchase anything new. We just reused everything that we had. You know, we just just like everybody said, that we pivoted. Just like everybody said, we pivoted just like that. And then we were able to figure what was going to make sense with what we had. So actually, when we first started designing this, really didn't have all the details in mind. You know, we're just trying to figure out how to make it the longest drive and make it the best route for the property that we had and what we were working with. And then after that came along, and we were able to get all this stuff by the city and by by the Alameda County and the fire department and everybody. So once we got all that checked off, we were able to start getting into the details of what we were going to put in it and how everything's going to line up. And again, I think it came out spectacular. I'm really, really proud of it. You know, my family and I, the Fields family, has been doing this for a long time, and it's part of our family tradition as well as the Bay Area's family tradition. You know, and that's kind of our logo. We're the Bay Area's family tradition. We were able to keep it going this year. You know, a lot of people have thanked us online for being so creative and going, because canceling Halloween would suck. You know, it's so many people's favorite. You know, you're not able to do your parties and you're not able to do your trick-or-treating, and now you're not able to do your haunted houses. So I'm not sure of any other place around here that's doing anything like this right now. And I wish there was, though. You know, I wish that there was some more haunts that were able to do that. And it's just, we're lucky. We're in a really unique position, and that we have a lot of property to work with. Our stuff's available to take out and put, and we have a very creative family.
Totally.
Yeah.
At the very least, you know, if you guys aren't comfortable taking your kids out trick-or-treating, you can at least come here to Pirates of Emerson, be in your own car, super safe. Would you say the majority of the people that come through are adults, kids?
You know, what's something unique about this year is it's, I know there's a lot of little kids that didn't want to go to the haunted house because it was scary. In your face would chase you with chainsaws and all that stuff, you know. But when you're sitting in the safety of your car, it's different, you know. And now you can bring those little kids and older people. There's a lot of older people that I haven't seen out before that are now coming out and taking this experience. And for everybody, there's bubbles and there's snow and there's fire and there's smoke. And there's clowns and there's zombies and there's pirates and there's hillbillies and there's, I mean, it's like, it's full of everything. You go from one theme to another. You start out in Trick-or-Treat Town and you move your way through hillbillies and pirates and Victorian Christmas and a cemetery and a prison, lots of things.
Yeah.
How long does it take you guys?
About this business?
How long does it take to go through?
Well, if you're, some of the reports have been 40 to 50 minutes. Take you know, when you're going through on a full crowd at night. Saturday nights are 50 minutes takes you to go through it. So yeah, that's a pretty long drive, actually, 50 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
But you know, that you have to plan on getting here early and waiting in the line to get in. Just like at the haunted house, when we had our haunted house, we had thousands of people in a night, thousands. You would wait in 45-minute queue lines to get into the haunted house. And that's kind of the same thing here. You're going to waiting in queue line, but you're just waiting in your car now. You're able to sit in your heater and listen to your music. You know, we do have a channel. When you get here, you dial into 95.5 FM, and you're able to listen to our music that we've got for you. So you're listening haunted house music as you travel through.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good job, Pips.
Good job, Pips. Woo.
That's awesome. I love that haunted house. Way to go, Pirates of Emerson. So with all this Halloween haunted fun, let's not forget about our four-legged friend, Steve.
Randy, did you know that Pet Supplies Plus has Halloween costumes for your pets?
That's awesome. I'm going to have to go check them out for my little girls.
Let's hear and see some examples from Josh. Trick or treat, Josh.
Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We're going to do kind of a walkthrough. So I'm going to pass the camera over to my coworker, Mike, here. So just give me 1 second. There we go. All right. You guys see me okay?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, you taco you. Okay.
He's a taco.
He's a taco.
So for those of you who haven't been here, we're located in Rose Pavilion. We're on the same side as Trader Joe's, right next to the Fitness 19. You're more than welcome to come in our store. You just have to have a mask on. We obviously follow protocols, having the sanitizing station, all that good stuff. This is our newest team member, Frank. He helps us sanitize all of our shopping carts. And then here's some of the costumes. So we got everything from Star Wars to Toy Story. You can even dress your dog unlike me, like two tacos. And my personal favorite, the chick magnet. Also have tons of Halloween toys as well. Here's some ropes down here. I'll show you. We're going to kind of keep on walking towards the back of the store. We also do curbside pickup as well. So if you guys don't want to come in the store, you can place the order online. We'll have it ready for you within 1 hour. We'll give you a call. You pull up to your car, and we put it right in your car for you as well. And then we also partnered with Postmates. So we're doing free delivery within 7 miles. Again, same thing, just order at petsuppliesplus.com. No minimum there, and we'll get that order delivered for you same day. So we're faster than Amazon. All right. So we're just going to kind of walk through. This is tons and tons of food, as you can see, freeze-dried food. Our groomers, their favorite holiday is Halloween, if you haven't been able to tell. We'll show you this area as well. So because of COVID, we're pretty backed up for grooming, but we do have lots of appointments available for November and December. So a lot of people are starting to book for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Our groomers are fantastic. They all have over 8 years experience, and they book up really, really quickly. If that's not your cup of tea, we also have a self-service washing station as well. So you can do it yourself. And then I'm going to show you, if you're interested in getting an animal for Halloween, I'll show you some over here. You guys were talking about tarantulas earlier. We just got some tarantulas in, so we'll show you those.
Nice.
Courtney, there you go.
So yeah, we won't let these loose and cause an epidemic again, right? So, but here's some Halloween tarantulas. If anyone's interested in these are all on sale, ranging anywhere from $25 up to $60. Also have some scorpions, all the fun stuff. And then besides that, we also have tons of small animals, fish, betta fish, pretty much anything you could want. Dog, cat, small animal, fish. And then I'll finish up front here and show you some more Halloween goodies. So these are some of my personal favorites. We got creepy crunchers for your dog. We got some boo bars as well. And then even getting into pumpkin season, we got the pumpkin spice latte for you and your dog. So we're all set, ready to go for Halloween. We hope you guys have a safe one. And come on down, like I said, curbside and then free delivery. So it makes it super easy. We'll get it to your house, same day, usually within 2 hours.
Thanks, Josh. How are things going? Are you seeing your business levels get a little higher, or how's that working?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
How are your business levels at the
Oh, yeah.
store?
So it took a dip in like April, March and April, obviously. And then what we noticed was less people coming in, but they were buying more. So instead of one bag, they were stocking up on two. The past 2 months have been really good. I think more people are starting to feel comfortable coming out. We're obviously taking all the protocols as far as safety goes. And then, adding the curbside and then delivery has really helped as well. So we're actually positive comping compared to last year, up about 10% over last year so far.
Wow.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that concludes our trick or treat around town. So again, I want to just add to the comments you've already heard from my staff and my team. We just so appreciate you investing in our organization and supporting us. And we're here to do whatever we can to help you grow your business. So we do appreciate that very much. I want to give Yana a big round of applause for a great job pulling all this together. Thank you. Dawn for all her membership work. And then, of course, Susie Weiss, our events and communications manager. She's here as well and makes it all happen on our social media stuff. So, and then, of course, Randy, thank you for being the chair.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. That was awesome.
So before you go, we've got some announcements. We've got our Tri-Valley Speed Networking, which is with all the Tri-Valley chambers on Thursday at 2 o'clock. So please register for that. I think we're up to what, 45 maybe, Yana, or so? Is it that
Yes.
high?
Yeah, we're growing every day.
Yeah, so that's going to be really cool. Chambers members from all over the Tri-Valley. So that'll be really, really exciting. And then our next November, our next mixer's on November 9th. And I'm sure Yana's going to make it real fun again. So you got to check in for that at 4 o'clock. And then we have a special event on Wednesday this week on the 14th. Our 2025 forum is going to be a great panel talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. We've got 4 great speakers that are going to talk about some of the programs they have in place at their places of business, and I think you'll enjoy it. The only challenge is it's at 7:30 in the morning, so you got to be an early riser to enjoy that. So the information's on our website, on our calendar of events. So I don't think I have anything further to say. Anybody want to add? Dawn, do you want to say anything, or you're good?
No, I was just going to say the speed networking, but we have a couple of minutes too. If anybody had questions for any of the speakers, I'm not sure if everybody's still online, but does anybody have any questions?
So I looked, and the event on